You know that's something that bothers me that Charlotte said tonight on SmackDown Live? You know how she said, I'm the 7-time women's champion. I am genetically superior to give Ronda the beating she deserved. Let me tell you something. If I was a woman and I was part of the women's division, okay, on either brand, Raw or SmackDown, yeah, maybe I would want to end my career as a professional wrestler, as a 7-time champion, women's champion. But mind you, I would want those reigns to last longer than my piss breaks when I go to the bathroom. Okay? I would be nowhere proud to say, oh, I'm a 7-time women's champion. When those fucking women's championship reigns didn't even last longer than my cup of coffee. Seriously. 7-time women's champion, and the only reason why they're going through this is because they're trying to have her follow the footsteps of her daddy. That's pretty much it. Why would she be a 7-time women's champion? You know, this fast. It just bothers me, you know, like I just have to get that out of my chest before I continue on. But, you know, I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight on what I think, which is my opinion, because I'm pretty sure that everyone would agree. You would want to finish your career, you know, having your championship reigns last, you know, maybe what, 150 plus days, 100 plus days at least? I don't know. Just my opinion. But on the positive, from contrary to last night on Monday Night Raw, we saw Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch returned tonight. And she is going to face Charlotte Flair and Asuka on a first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match at TLC on December 16th for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Absolutely no question, that match has to be the main event of TLC. Has to be it has no question. It has to be the main event of TLC. What else is hotter than this feud going on right now between Becky and Charlotte? And I hate how Charlotte just like, you know, on a side note, oh, I'll be at TLC, Ronda, you know, and unlike you, I was born ready. You know? You're not going to have... WWE, I swear, but WWE better not overlook Becky Lynch. And the only way that this should go, which to me, it hurts to say, but I think Becky Lynch should lose the SmackDown Women's Championship at TLC for the following reasons. For number one in particular, the most important point of them all. Number one, she doesn't have to be pinned. This is a TLC match. The championship will be hanging above the ring. So the only way to get to it is by climbing a ladder. She's not going to be pinned. So it would not hurt her in that aspect. Two, we love Becky so much, and everyone is chanting Becky as Charlotte comes out. And you could just see how the fans just want Becky. They just want Becky. We all want Becky. And it would suck to see her lose a championship at TLC. Yeah. But think about her, you know, earning a spot at the Royal Rumble, which of course she's going to, winning the Royal Rumble, making it that much more epic and memorable, coming in at number one, okay? Showing how badass she is herself, how she can show that she's really the man, okay? By lasting throughout the whole Women's Royal Rumble, lastly defeating Nia Jax, okay? Getting redemption, and having to choose Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. No better way to book it. And then I'm assuming that Ronda is going to be part of a triple threat, part of the match. So therefore, it will be a triple threat match. Maybe for the SmackDown, maybe for the Raw. I don't know. I honestly do not know. If Charlotte is going to be champion by the time that WrestleMania comes around, which probably will be her longest reign as women's champion, and Ronda is still going to be the Raw Women's Champion, they may have a possible women's unification match, championship, winner take all, and then they combine both championships, therefore signaling the end of the brand split. I mean, I don't think there's any better way to book it. I mean, everyone has been talking about it, literally. It kind of defeats the purpose of Becky Lynch, continue on and being champion until WrestleMania to then win it. And, it wouldn't feel as special if she lost the championship at TLC to Charlotte. Someone that we don't really want to see as champion. We don't want to see Charlotte as champion. We don't. I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't. And if you do, then, fuck out of my channel. Fuck out of here. Seriously. No one wants to see Charlotte on the spotlight yet again. Charlotte has had way too many chances, in the spotlight. This is Becky Lynch's moment. Becky Lynch is the man. Becky Lynch is the one to go to right now. Becky Lynch is over and bigger than the women's division on SmackDown, on Raw, and she is the hottest thing going into 2019. If WWE does not capitalize on what they got in Becky Lynch, that's just add that to another list of fucking booking failures on WWE's fucking part and Vince McMahon. There's no way you're gonna have her lose at Royal Rumble. She's going to win. That's obvious. So, with that said, SmackDown tonight is at Minneapolis, Minnesota. And Paige opens the show by her welcoming out Becky Lynch. And I will play you the promo here. And I will be back with you guys in 1 second.
When you're the hottest thing in this entire industry, any time away is too much time away. Now, after I attacked Raw, I bled, I fought, and I won. And I showed up the next night to fight. And I showed up to Survivor Series to fight. But I was stopped, trying to hold me back. Well, not no mo, baby girl.
Baby girl.
Because I'm done watching. The man is putting herself back in the game. Now,
Damn right.
At Survivor Series, I had to watch someone else step into my shadow and fight Ronda Rousey. So let's get this out of the way, shall we? Charlotte Flair, get out here.
Yeah, get out here, Charlotte Flair. Get out here.
Man, Nia must have hit you harder than I thought. Because you went from quirky to delusional. You're the one copying my old man and still managing to ride my coattails. Shut your mouth. And Rhonda, the queen, stands out in the crowd, and I'll be at TLC, and I was the one born ready. Becky, one last thing, and let's get this straight. I didn't fight for you, I fought for me, and because you couldn't. And I'll fight you again, right now. Think you'll be able to stop it? Ladies, relax, or are you in jail? Hey, baby, you shut your mouth right now, be quiet. I'm good. Be quiet. All right, I love this side of you, Shaw. Honestly, I haven't seen this much fire from you since, well, straight fire Becky Lynch over here. And I've not seen any woman on this roster with this degree of desire. Therefore, at TLC, Charlotte, you will get your Women's SmackDown Championship match against Becky Lynch. But that's not all, but that is not all. Because of you guys' history, it will be a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Which should be the main event of TLC.
What a joke. Paige, this is insulting. I mean, how dare you say that no one has shown the desire that Charlotte has? I mean, everyone's out here talking about what Charlotte did to Ronda, but the reality is that any one of us could have done the exact same thing.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And any one of us deserve a title match against Becky. You just don't give us the time of day. Paige, you left Absolution. And now, all you seem to give is opportunities to your old PCB teammates? I mean, why?
Looks like we got more company.
We couldn't help but to overhear backstage what Mandy had to say. And surprisingly, we agree. With all due respect, Paige, I know you're not questioning my desire. And to keep it 100, the entire SmackDown roster is packed with talent. Any one of us can be champion.
I'll slap the head off every single one of you, though.
Don't think so.
Easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, ladies. Okay, all right. Mandy, Naomi, all you ladies, actually, this is the passion that I'm talking about. This is why I love this. Therefore, every single woman on the roster tonight, since these two are up for a challenge, will be in a battle royal. And the winner of this battle royal will be added to Becky and Charlotte, and it will turn into a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match. Get ready, ladies.
Paige wasted no time with the big announcements tonight.
Now, of course, conveniently, WWE left the part out where Becky Lynch insults Charlotte, telling her that she's channeling her inner Becky, trying to be her, which that's what pretty much she did for the past 2 weeks. And then when Naomi came out, I felt bad for Naomi. Naomi came out, and all you could just hear is everybody chanting Asuka's name, which, really, in all reality, was this all necessary to decide who the winner, to decide who's going to be added to the match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte at TLC? You do know that Asuka is the only fucking choice. Everyone chant every time Asuka comes out, and she's in a confrontation between somebody, or she's, highlighted or something, people go crazy for Asuka. Because they know that Asuka, she's legit. She is a legit wrestler. She is someone that we've been wanting to see built back up, because her booking has been god-awful. Seriously, just horrible. She's been paired up with Naomi for God knows how many weeks. Just holding her back, tying her down. What's the purpose? They need to be building her back up. But when you think about it, on how small that division is, that SmackDown's the women's division is, there's really nobody that Asuka can just face, because no one's really ready for Asuka. In all reality, there's really nobody. So there's no question that Asuka needed to win this battle royal, and which she rightfully so did. Because if WWE really did not go on with Asuka, then I would. It would just bring the quality of the match down. Anybody else would just nope. They will not make it that much watchable as it is if they were to add Asuka, which, of course, that is a decision which WWE went with. Now, this continues on with how Charlotte defeated Asuka, but there's history there, but really there's not much that WWE can do with Asuka right now because she's been forgotten for so long that the centerpiece of attention is between Becky and Charlotte. They're not just Asuka's really there to just, I don't know, make it a distraction so that way there's an excuse for us to believe that Asuka might have been the reason why Becky lost the championship. You get what I'm saying? Because it would be more damaging to Becky if she would have lost to Charlotte one-on-one, but it is not as bad as if Asuka was there, and maybe there was a reason why Becky Lynch lost, and that's because Asuka did something to her to pin her down under steel steps or under a table, under two tables, something. You know what I mean? She was, basically what I'm trying to say is that she was screwed out of the match. Becky. And then that's when you have Becky Lynch go and participate at the Women's Royal Rumble in January. Then you have her win, and then you add her to the match between her and Ronda Rousey because they're going to fight at WrestleMania. Becky has to win the championship at WrestleMania, no questions asked. WWE will be stupid not to do so. So, that was that. And then we have The Bar versus the Usos. Oh my goodness. Hey, you watching? Have you seen this match before? Have you seen these teams before? I know I have. And I think I've seen them way too many times for me to fucking care about this match and about these teams. I don't care for The Bar. I don't care for the Usos no more. I am tired of seeing these two fucking teams week in and week out every single damn week. For like a year and a half, I've seen the Usos, the ones that are on the spotlight on the tag team division of SmackDown Live. We have Sanity. Why are they not being used? Why is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows not being used? Why is not even, at this point, I'm asking, why is it not even Primo and Epico being used in this show? Honestly, what is it going to take for WWE to start using Sanity? Why are Sanity not being used? Why? I keep asking why. Because I'm so sick and tired of seeing the same teams week in and week out. And I'm not taking away anything from The Bar. I'm not taking anything away from Cesaro. I'm not taking anything away from Sheamus. I'm not taking anything away from Jimmy Uso. I'm not taking anything away from Jey Uso. They're great. They're awesome. They're great talents. But for fuck's sake, when are we going to see different teams on SmackDown? They need to bring up teams from NXT. Seriously, at this point, I'm just at a point where I'm just fatigued. I'm tired of seeing the same teams on SmackDown Live competing one head to head. I'm tired. Literally, I'm tired. Why don't you build up the fucking the club and Sanity? Why? It's baffling. I don't get it. It's New Day, Usos, The Bar. That's all they use. That's all they use. And it's just, I don't get it. I think that, until we hit April, which is usually when WWE calls up, talent from NXT, that we're not going to see, a new tag team on SmackDown Live. Because the Sanity is just, they're forgotten. I don't understand. I do not understand why they're not being used. I don't, and I'm not even going to start questioning more and more because I just can't. I'm pretty sure that you guys are, you guys listening to me, you're pretty tired of seeing the same teams go at it again. So please, leave a comment below and tell me what do you think about, about this predicament here we have, this dilemma of same tag teams week in and week out. Because I seriously would like to see other fucking teams be built up. Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. I'm just be built up. You know, built back up in this case because Sanity was great in NXT. They could have just, kept that momentum and, up on the main roster. But, it's like anybody else. If you get called by NXT, doesn't matter how hot you are in NXT, you have the reset button pressed upon you. It's just like you start from scratch. Why can't you carry over the same momentum that they had going on NXT under the main roster? But Sanity, it's another case of, oh fuck, oh well, The Usos, Jimmy hits the splash to beat the Bar in a non-title match. I'm guessing this is going to have them have a championship match in the near future, maybe at TLC, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest with you. I'm tired of seeing the same teams. I want to see some fresh new faces. That's all I gotta say. New Day and The Miz backstage, and The Miz walks up on the New Day, and he thinks that they're watching the Marine 6, and then he calls them the Marineers. That's what he calls a fan base of the people that are fans of the movie, I guess. I don't know, some dumb shit. Then New Day go on to proceed to make fun of Miz's loss last week to local talent, which I forgot their names. The Bryant brothers or something like that? Yeah, something like that. And that Miz says that he's going to go to his 2 1/3 bestie to make a match tonight, which is Shane McMahon. And I honestly am questioning where this is going with The Miz. I mean, I've heard reports that The Miz is going to turn into a babyface and Shane McMahon is going to turn into it's going to be a heel in this feud. I don't see anything out of this. I really don't. Last week was a fucking stupid segment, a stupid match between The Miz and Shane McMahon on Miz TV. There's really nothing that you missed, and there's really nothing that you missed this week because once again, The Miz lost. So I don't know where this is heading. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, he's still doing heelish things. He's still acting like a heel, but where does it go? Anyways, we have the AJ Styles promo. AJ Styles back after 2 weeks. As he stated in his promo, he said that after the beating that the Daniel Bryan gave him post the championship match 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, he was not medically cleared, therefore he could not compete at Survivor Series. And he, I believe, took the time off, or he was not medically clear until now. So he went on to say that what bothered him about Bryan was not because he did what he had to do to win the championship. It's what he did after the championship match that they had 2 weeks ago that bothered him. So I'm going to play the promo here, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on this.
You see, once I became the WWE champion, I knew there'd be a target on my back. But who would have thought that target would have moved to somewhere else?
What? Shut up about that what shit!
That's not what bothers me. I've been there. I know what it's like to want something so bad, you'll do anything to get it.
Jeez.
What bothers me is what happened after the match when Daniel Bryan kicks me in the face over and over and over and over again. To the point where I was not medically cleared to be at Survivor Series. I wasn't medically cleared to be at SmackDown Live this past week. I don't care if it's the new Daniel Bryan, the old Daniel Bryan. They have the same face to me, and I'm looking forward to smashing that face in. You know what? We don't have to wait to TLC. We can do this right here, right now.
I guess AJ forgot that Daniel Bryan is not here tonight.
But here's the thing. Daniel Bryan is not here. And the live events we had this past week, he wasn't there. Sounds like to me someone has been watching Raw and getting ideas how they do things over there. But this isn't Raw. This is SmackDown Live, the house that AJ Styles built. And for 371 days, I never missed a live event. I never missed a pay-per-view. I never missed SmackDown Live because I was the champ and this is where I belong. So Daniel, when you roll out of your little hyperbaric chamber and you rest up, make sure you're at TLC. And you can bring your dreams. You can bring your excuses. But most importantly, don't forget the WWE Championship because it belongs to me. It belongs to phenomenal AJ Styles.
So, something that I noted is that AJ Styles said that Daniel Bryan is taking, watching Raw and taking ideas from over there. Seems to me that that might be a possibility and a seed planted that maybe AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar could meet down the road and actually have the match that they were supposed to have at Survivor Series. Maybe so. Now, I don't really feel excited for this feud at all. Like, to be honest with you, I am going to just go along with it. We're still, yet to see really what the new Daniel Bryan persona gimmick of Daniel Bryan right now is going to work out. AJ Styles is going to be AJ Styles regardless, he's the phenomenal, of course. But I don't know. Maybe that was a hint. That was a seed planted. I'm not sure, but it might be a possibility that they might, they just might meet down the road. I have no idea. Maybe that's a possibility. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But TLC, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan should not disappoint. Two veterans in the ring. Not much there. He was just addressing the fact that. Letting us know why he was away for 2 weeks. And that he wants a piece of Daniel Bryan. So, they show the video package of Lars Sullivan. And the commentators state that Shane and Stephanie are actively pushing to get Lars Sullivan on their respective shows. I would say that he is a better fit for SmackDown because Raw already has a big guy, and I don't see and would see the sense in putting Lars Sullivan on Monday Night Raw, but knowing Vince McMahon, how he loves his big sweaty man, he'll probably put on Raw. And he'll probably put him on a program and down the line versus with Braun Strowman. That's a possibility, but I don't think so. I state and I say that he is a better fit on SmackDown. Because we really don't have heels like on SmackDown Live. I mean, you got Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's not really being pushed out, being pushed as much. We have Daniel Bryan, but he's not an established heel. We need someone big dude, someone that, a babyface kid tried to overcome in Lars Sullivan. That's just my take. But I do believe that he is a better fit. He is a better fit for SmackDown Live. Now we have this match, and I am just questioning where is this going, and I still question where is this United States title ring of Nakamura going? Where is this ring going? And where is this United States of Knock America going? Gimmick bullshit. Shinsuke Nakamura is just someone that has really just been in the forgotten shelf of Monday Night, not Monday Night Raw, of SmackDown Live. The only reason why he still comes out, in my honest opinion, is because he's U.S. champion still. If he wasn't U.S. champion, I doubt that we would have seen this guy on TV. Another talent that, in my opinion, I swear, he should count his days and get the fuck out of WWE and go back to New Japan. Seriously. There's nothing left for Shinsuke Nakamura to do on SmackDown, Raw, NXT. It doesn't matter. I would much rather have him back at New Japan Pro Wrestling than have him stay on WWE. He was ruined at this time of year last year when he continuously lost to fucking Jinder Mahal. You know, that was his downfall. He's been in a slump ever since. They spammed the fuck out of Shinsuke versus AJ Styles in the first half of this year. He's tainted. He was ruined. He's ruined. And there's no recovery. I don't see any time. I don't see any recovery time for Shinsuke Nakamura, when it comes to him. There's just none. He is better off sitting, staying for the remainder of his contract, going back to New Japan. That's all I can say. Because he was supposed to face Rusev tonight, and Rusev is yet another one of WWE's victims that, forgotten. Now he's not coming out with Lana. Aiden's nowhere to be found. We all knew that Aiden was just going to be in the shelves too once this whole, mini feud between him and Rusev was going to happen. We concluded. So, there you go. The match didn't even start because Shinsuke Nakamura attacked Rusev from behind, and he hit a Kinshasa from the inside of the ring, then threw him outside, and then hit a Kinshasa outside, and that was pretty much the match. What was the point of this? I don't fucking know. Maybe the start of a feud? Who cares? Rusev Day, something that we over as fuck in the beginning of this year, the first half of this year, and late last year. Now Rusev is just Rusev. There's nothing special about him no more. He's not as hot. He's not hot at all. He's cold. He's cold. Just like Nakamura. So, their feud is just, I don't know. If they're going to have a feud, I'm really not interested in much in this. Because I think that Rusev should be switched over, should be not the one facing Nakamura. And I think it should be Andrade Cien Almas. Maybe they should have Shinsuke, transition into a face again. Maybe that'll have the crowd going for him again. Maybe. But at this point, questionable. Very questionable. So, no sign of Almas tonight. Disappointing. We have that. And then we have the 20-year celebration of Jeff Hardy's career segment, which was literally something that I thought that it was going to be Hardy's announcement, retirement announcement. I'm pretty sure everybody thought that he was going to retire. But that didn't happen. Because as they showed the video package, and Michael Cole, by the way, why was he on SmackDown? Isn't he part of Raw? I'm just like, I'm sorry, but it just bothered me, and I just have an eye for this shit, like, this kind of shit, because why is Michael Cole on Raw, on SmackDown tonight? Isn't there supposed to be, like, exclusive people on exclusive brands? Would you see Tom Phillips on Monday Night Raw? I don't think so. But I don't see why Michael Cole was here tonight. That just shows how little WWE and Vince just think about SmackDown. We're just going to put him there and, who cares? It's SmackDown. It's the B show. But, it just bothered me, I'm just nitpicking, but it honestly bothered me because I don't see why Tom Phillips or Byron Saxton or Corey Graves couldn't announce, Jeff Hardy out. But anyways, Samoa Joe came out, and oh my goodness, man. Samoa Joe, man. I love Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is just too great, man. Too great of a fucking heel. Imagine him being paired up with Ciampa. Man, he's just that great, you know? I love everything that Joe does. Joe's promos are just flawless, you know? And the promo he cut on Jeff Hardy tonight, my God, man. Let me just play it for you, because it was just that fucking great. Let me, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you guys.
Watching all my crazy moments, I can't believe I did half of that stuff, man. What's wrong with me? Oh my gosh. This business has given me such a creative outlet to express who I am. I mean, my face paint is way better than it was 10 years ago. So I can freely be the charismatic enigma here, and that is so cool. And through it all, I've lived the highest of highs and felt the lowest of lows. And no matter what I got myself into over the years, each and every one of you has stuck by my side. And for that, I am eternally grateful, trust me. I wouldn't be here without my wife, Beth, without my little Hardy girls, Ruby and Nira Quinn. I love y'all so much, and thank y'all so much for making this night possible. And make no mistakes, this is far from a retirement speech. I mean, I don't know what is going to happen in the future, but what do you say we find out together? Thank y'all so much.
Here we go.
Hey, congratulations. 20 years, Jeff. That is a very, very long time. And please, forgive my tardiness. I was in the back. I was popping some bottles. I was getting ready to come out here and have a toast. But I think we can all agree maybe having a bottle of champagne around you isn't the best idea. Shane, it's cool. Shane, please let him through. Joe, talk. What do you want to say, man? Please, let him through. Hey. And thank you to WWE for that wonderful video package, that wonderful anthology of all your greatest moments. It must have been a special treat for you, considering at the time you probably weren't coherent enough to remember any of it anyways.
Fucking Samoa Joe is great, man.
See, I do not celebrate weakness, and I do not believe in second chances, especially when there's men like me who have yet to get there first. You know what bugs me most of all, Jeff? Is that despite all the mistakes that you have made over and over again in your career, that you allow yourself to stand in that ring and be put up on a pedestal. And that, my friend, makes me absolutely sick. Because for as many times as this man has made you get up out of your seat, there are just as many times, Jeff, that you let all these people down. But Jeff, my only consolation is this, is people like you never change, and the demons, they never go away. They're always lurking in the background. They're always waiting to take control. And the next time you feel powerless, Jeff, and we both know there will be a next time, just know that as a friend, I'm offering you my hand. And it's a very simple one-step program. It is very, very quick, Jeff. But I guarantee you it won't be painless.
No matter what you say, you can't rain on my parade. You can't rain on our parade tonight. I have walked the tightrope for 20 years. I've almost ended my career 20 times. And I still live for the moment, Joe. So what do you say you and I make one right now?
Hardy's ready to go. Is Joe going to oblige? It appears that way. Samoa Joe with some biting comments. Downright reprehensible insults. Obviously, Joe wants no part of Jeff Hardy.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If Samoa Joe is not WWE champion in 2019, WWE is doing themselves so fucking wrong and doing us fans of Joe so fucking wrong. This man deserves nothing more than one run as WWE champion in 2019, and let it be a fucking lengthy one because he fucking deserves it. This promo right here, this segment, it was all about Jeff Hardy, right? Samoa Joe in that fucking promo, he outshined Jeff and outshined everything and everyone that was standing in that fucking on that stage. Everybody was there to witness a great promo, and kindly they could all fucking learn from Samoa Joe himself when it comes to promos. If I'm a talent and I'm trying to get my promos better, I'm going to go to fucking Samoa Joe. He's definitely fucking great. And boy, man, seriously, he has to be champion in 2019. Has to be. And there are talks about him using the Muscle Buster, which he has stated that he would use and will use in the future. So I hope that he uses it when he wins the WWE Championship, because I hope that WWE listens to the crowd and have him be WWE Champion next. Sometime down the road, he has to be champion. No questions asked. After that, we have Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. A pointless fucking match. Kofi Kingston beats The Miz with Trouble in Paradise after Miz brought a chair in and Woods took it away. And then by that distraction, Kofi hit the Trouble in Paradise and beat The Miz 1, 2, 3. And let me get this straight. For any people that want to give shit and for anyone that's doubting, if anyone remembers when Road Dogg himself said that the pre-show is also part of the main card on a pay-per-view, well, The Miz himself just stated tonight that it's actually not. So, who's a liar here? Who's really telling the truth here? Because when SmackDown won that 10-man tag team Survivor Series match on Survivor Series 2 weeks ago, it didn't count. And Miz said it himself. So, crisis averted. No one can fucking say that the pre-show is part of the main show, because obviously it's fucking not. Miz himself stated that it's not. It didn't count. And we're not getting anything as far as this 6-1 bullshit that New Day goes on with, for the past 2 weeks now. So, let that be clear. Pre-show, don't let anyone tell you on Twitter, no one, Road Dogg, nobody, no authority figure tell you that the pre-show is part of the main show, because it's not. So, there you have it. This match went nowhere. I really got nothing to say about it. Other than The Miz, on the 2-week losing streak now, 2-match losing streak, I don't see where this is going. And quite frankly, I really don't care. There's really nothing much to look forward to. So after that, we have Randy Orton come out. And he comes out with Rey Mysterio's mask from last week. He comes out and he says, what he did last week was not to disrespect Rey's culture, but rather embarrass him. and that he is going to be yet another victim on his list, and that he is going to destroy him with those three powerful words, or three powerful letters in sports entertainment, which is the RKO. So he comes out and says that. Then Mysterio comes out, and Mysterio gets attacked by Randy, which comes out of the ring and rushes towards Rey Mysterio. They go inside the ring. Rey Mysterio hits a 619, grabs a chair, but Randy catches Rey on the apron and hits a spike DDT. Then proceeds to put a chair on Rey's throat and hits it with it set up on his throat on the steel steps outside, which he came out with a neck brace, and that was that. In all honesty, I don't see where this is going. I'm honestly not excited about Rey Mysterio. It's just the booking. Honestly, I love Rey, don't get me wrong. But I just don't see Rey being, he's just, he's just there. The problem with WWE nowadays is that the main roster just has guys there. They're just any other guy. No one really stands out right now. And Rey Mysterio, unfortunately, is just part of that. He's just another guy. And I want to be excited when he comes out, but I am not. He came back. Okay. I was excited initially before he came out, but it's just like, all right, well, he's here. No big deal. It sucks. And that is all part of, that is all in part of, WWE's booking. So, creative being uncreative. How the fuck does that work? I don't get it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Miz and Shane backstage. Miz is just the way he came out to Shane. It's just weird. They're backstage and you see Shane, I believe he was texting, and Miz comes in and says, where were you? And then she's like, what are you talking about? And then Miz goes on to say that he could have beaten Kofi if he was out there with him. And then Shane reassures him that they're not partners. And then Miz says that, the World Cup is their baby, and that makes it their child, so he needs to start acting like a parent, and then just shoves the trophy on Shane McMahon's chest and just walks away. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing with the Miz? This booking is questionable, and I don't see, where's it going, and how does it favor the Miz? I don't want to see Miz turn face. I'm telling you right now. I think it's going to be fucking so lame, and it's not going to fucking get over with the crowd. I really don't. Miz is not a face. Miz is a natural born heel. He should continue to be a heel. So I don't see where WWE is going with this. But I'm not really looking forward to the Miz being face. So that's all I got to say. Then we had the Battle Royal to close out the show. They gave the women their proper entrances. We saw them all. Pretty much there was nothing. It was not a really big deal. It was a 9 women's Battle Royal. Lana eliminates Zelina Vega. The Iconics eliminate Lana. Asuka eliminates the Iconics, Carmella, and Naomi proceeds to eliminate Mandy Rose. Sonya eliminates Naomi, which was sitting on the outside on the apron. And then, for a moment on the Battle Royal, on the closing parts of the Battle Royal, I really thought for a second there that they were really going to pull the trigger on Sonya Deville and have her eliminate Asuka. I'm like, if WWE, I swear to God, they had Asuka out in the apron, which I don't understand. If you're out in the apron, why do you not put yourself back inside the ring? Because you're risking getting eliminated. You do know that if, for some reason, Asuka slips and she gets eliminated and she falls down to the floor. She does get eliminated. You know? She does get eliminated. But that's just me, you know, that's just me nitpicking. But if, get inside the ring. You know? You hit a forearm on Sonya Deville, get yourself back in the ring. You know? But I do see why WWE does it. You know, they want to keep you near the edge of your seat. But again, I just got a little concerned. But gladly, Asuka eliminated Sonya. And we're going to get Asuka versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, which Charlotte and Becky were standing outside the whole time as the match went on. And I am honestly excited for this TLC match. Again, I say this match has to close out TLC. It has to be the main event, or else WWE is doing it all wrong. There is no way that Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles can be the main event because they're not as hot as this feud between Charlotte and Becky, and now Asuka put in the mix. There's no other way around it. Seriously, this is the match that everyone is talking about. You can already see it on social media. You can see it. Everyone wants to see this match. It's a must-see. Everyone wants Asuka. Everyone was chanting Asuka when she came out earlier in the show. You know? And this just all makes sense because Asuka has history with Charlotte. So, you know, it all works out. It all books itself. So, I'm hoping we see that as the main event. That's pretty much for the show tonight. I don't know. I don't know where AJ and Daniel Bryan's gonna, end up. Not really sold on Daniel Bryan completely. I am open to Daniel Bryan's, heel turn. But, I'm rooting for AJ, and I'm definitely rooting for Becky Lynch. But Becky Lynch, I'm telling you right now, she is going to lose the championship. I just see it happening. If WWE really wants to capitalize on this Becky movement that's going on with the fans, they have to have her lose, and they have to win the Royal Rumble, and they have to have her face Charlotte at WrestleMania alongside and face Ronda as well in a triple threat match. That's the only way I can see it happening. Pretty much everyone's talking about it, So there you have it. If you did not watch Raw last night, which was a great fucking review, you need to go there and watch it. And I had a freaking clown fucking tell me, "Oh, stop watching. If you're gonna bitch and moan about the product, don't just stop watching." You know what? Let me tell a little insight on that before I leave. Before I close out and get the fuck out of this review and call it a night. Are you going to? Hold on. Well, let's just start from the very bottom. Let's say you're a sports fan. Okay, you might not be, but if you are, listen. Let's say you're a fan of the New York Yankees. Okay? They have the worst fucking season. Obviously, they're not anywhere bad. They're a great team right now. They're just like pitching. If you are a fan of the Yankees, you've grown up to be a Yankee fan, are you going to fucking stop watching them completely just because they have a bad season? You're going to want to see, better decisions from management, right? You're going to want to see new additions that are going to propel the team, to stardom and have them, be in the World Series, right? You're going to want them to see from the ground up and be the team that you once loved, that you once saw them be, at top of their game, right? You want to see that, right? So that's the same case. That's the same situation when it comes to us as WWE fans. I don't want to fucking hear a dumbass tell me again that, you should start watching the product. All you're going to do is just bitch and complain. I have all the fucking right to watch the show, and I'm going to fucking ride this, this fucking horrendous wave that WWE finds itself upon right now. And when the time comes that WWE gets better, it's just going to be much more satisfying and sweeter because I stuck around to see them on their lowest of the lows, and then I'm going to see them, come up to the highest of highs, and it's going to feel that much special because I saw it happen. Unlike a freaking idiot that tells you to stop watching, how How special is it going to be when I come back and watch the show again? Oh, now I'm going to watch it only when it's good. But when it's bad, I'll just stop watching. No! Do you see the analogy there? Do you see what the example that I'm trying to use? I hope you did. This has been the Intensity Podcast. I'm your host, Stay292. Follow me on Facebook at Stay292, on Twitter and Instagram at the Intensity Podcast. Follow Kevin Gray on Instagram, the creator of the graphics as you see on the screen. Follow him on Instagram. His IG handle is going to be down in the description at atomickevin. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on this video. Subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for SmackDown. Not SmackDown. NXT, which is the best night of the week for wrestling. Have a good night. Be safe. And I'll talk to you later.